When I got to sit down with Jason and we got to hone the script into being closer to Jason's voice, I mean, it was such a learning experience and such a treat. One of the rules that they have, which it's an actual rule, and it's so detailed it's zany, but they don't allow any relative of a current employee of the Scripps Institute to compete in the spelling bee. But the way they phrase it is a competitor who is a first degree, second degree, or third degree relative of a Scripps Institute employee is not allowed to compete in the spelling bee. And then it goes on and it continues saying any half siblings, any, I believe it's quarter siblings, any distant cousins, and they go through the whole family tree of who's not allowed to compete in the spelling bee. And I just think it's crazy because what circumstance occurred where a quarter cousin went up and said he wanted to compete and they had to check out his lineage and then disqualify him? It's just absolute nonsense. He's the first person that Guy really lets his guard down with, and I think it takes a level of innocence to achieve that, to make it believable, and Rohan did such a great job, exuding that innocence and almost that slick, you know, water off a duck's back, attitude where Guy would just launch racial epithets at him, and it wouldn't affect him at all. And that, in a way, that was part of why Guy was charmed by him, because he wasn't like everybody else. He wasn't upset or offended. He kept kind of chugging along. As adults, it's fun to watch, you know, children get made fun of. I know that sounds awful, but it's true. It's true. And of course, this is a story. We're not actually going out with a camera and doing this to actual children, so it's not as dastardly as it could have been, I guess. And so I think that it creates a level of fun for an adult audience to see these kids get wiped across the floor. Guy has no boundaries. I think that Guy wouldn't cross any line. I think that Guy has said a lot worse that maybe we didn't see, in the movie. Um, there's a lot more casualties, outside the frame of film. So I don't think Guy does have a boundary. I think that by the end of the movie, he's found a personal boundary with his relationships. But I would only assume that as Guy goes through life, beyond this story, he's still taking out people left and right. That's just who he is.